Hello everybody, it's me, MrSneakyy, and today we are going to be going over some migration changes. So stay tuned for the new migration update as well as some information on the account and what we're going for. So yes, let's go over first the current update on the account. We are growing power, as you can see. We are aiming to migrate, and that is what's going to be the next couple of days. You're going to see some videos on it. So I'm going to migrate the account into a new server so you can see the whole experience, and then eventually I'm going to be migrating the account again, hopefully, to the correct kingdom, which is going to be the one where us TA are going to be resting in. Obviously, we were waiting for that information. So just to let you guys know, that is what's going to be happening with my migration plans on my account. I am playing with TA. These guys are amazing. I do love playing with them. They are fun. So with all that said, let's go over the migration. Since migration is here, we guys knew about it quite a while back. We've been waiting for some info, and as you can see now on Super Server 1 and maybe on some of the other super servers too, they're going to be able to see this new icon, and this third icon is now the division migration area. So you can see the season summary will take place on the 21st of the 5th, so I think this is when the end of season is going to occur. So you have to make sure on this time is when you're in the #1 alliance, because after this season resets, you're going to be moved out of your area basically and back into your original server. So the way this migration is going to work, you're going to see right now, and I'm going to explain as much as I can in this, and then we're going to explain how it appears the migration system is going to work in the future for all of you players. So you need to be at least obviously City Hall 16 to migrate, which is an obvious example where you have to be at least level 16 to get the end of season rewards too. So this is obviously a nice little feature for you guys. When migration begins, though, you have a limited time window to migrate to another server in the same division as your own, allowing you to fight side by side with the new friends when the next season starts. So what this means is basically at the moment, as you can see, if we come out of this area, I am in server 4. So when we look at the current division, we are in servers 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6, right? So these are the 6 kingdoms in this current merged server that's going under, the current testing for you guys, right? So I'm going to be able to migrate my main account into any of these current migration in these divisions, because these are the guys that I'm currently fighting with, and these where I might have made some new friends like we did when we played. So we're going to be able to migrate into a new kingdom where we've met these new guys. So that's what that area is explaining. So when we go into number 3, it says you may migrate multiple times, but each migration will cost gems. Once your migration is complete, the game will automatically restart, which is nice. So obviously you've hit the migration correct. So we under the impression we don't know how many gems this is, but from some speculations from certain mails and some information that I've understood so far, it might cost roughly around 5,000 gems to migrate. Might sound insanely high, but again, this is something very obtainable that you can get if you are planning on migrating throughout a season. If you're playing in a kingdom that you're not really happy in, this is obviously something you can stride towards. And obviously in the future, I will maybe make a guide on how you would focus and maybe think about doing this for yourself. So now on point 4 as well as point 5, these are really good ones. Point 4 is overpopulated servers will be marked as full. You cannot migrate to those full servers, but you may be able to try again once players on that server have migrated to other servers. So this is just showcasing again that there's going to be a population limit. So you have to make sure you're not going into a server that's full, because obviously if it is, you're not going to be able to get in. And number 5 is if you migrate multiple characters to the same server, you will only be able to log in and play as one of those characters at the same time. So now this is basically saying is maybe in the future when you do go into a different server versus server, your main account, so maybe my main, might be able to get matched up against another kingdom where maybe one of my other accounts is, and I'm going to be able to migrate my main into that potentially. So that's the way I'm understanding this, because that means you can have multiple accounts into one server at the same time. But obviously you're only going to be able to log in and play one of those guys at the same time. You're not going to be able to multi-instance it like you used to be able to, I think, on Rock and at this game current state. But we go into the example and it's really good. So when you go into the example, it does give you a little bit more information, and I think this is where it's going to give us guys a bigger insight for the future for migration. So that's the rules that we've just gone over. So everyone, these are the current rules again to migrate for the migration. So when we go into the example, it showcases our server. So divisions SS1 to 0001 is made up of servers 1, 2, 3, and 4, as you can see. Obviously, ours is -2 at the moment because we have 5 and 6 as well. But in this example, it's showing any player from server 1 can migrate to server 2, 3, or 4 via that division migration system. Since we're fighting together or against each other at the minute, obviously we might have found new allies against these different kingdoms. So now you can jump from server 1 either to 2, 3, and 4. So when the next season begins, the division SS1 will be disbanded. When the season ends, servers will be grouped into divisions again, but may not necessarily be grouped together with servers from their previous division. So this is really cool. So this is the new concept that I was hinting off a bit earlier in this migration package, but now this is a little bit of a hint of what maybe is the future. So as you can see, we have got in this example servers 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm in server 4, and potentially I'm going to migrate into either servers 1, 2, or 3. So in this example, let's say I migrate into server 2 and my account is in there. So at the end of the season, the group disbands. So now we're back into just server 2. There's no server 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're just back into almost a home kingdom like Rise of Kingdoms. But then we will be regrouped into a new division. So this could be, again, maybe server 2. It could be server 4. But you could have maybe something like server 6 and server 10 involved, right? So you could have these different servers now. So you've got these other guys that are maybe similar power to you within the server brackets. And now you're going to be fighting against those guys. So what it means, again, is if you're in server 2, and say, for example, you meet some guy that is in server 6 or server 10 and you enjoy playing with them, at the end of the season, what you can do is migrate your account from server 2 all the way into server 10 and join those guys, and basically in the future play with them and obviously progress through the seasons and obviously the game with them, right? So that is how I'm interpreting this area now. So just to go over again what the migration example states. It says, when the next season begins, divisions SS1 0001 will be disbanded. When that season ends, the servers will be grouped into the division again, but may not necessarily be grouped together with servers from their previous division. When a player migrates into server 2, they will start the next season playing alongside other players in server 2. So that is, like I say, how I interpret it now from this example, and now, you know, given my thoughts, this is exactly what I expected to have happened. So we're going to be migrating in and out. So it's almost like you're KVKing all the time, right? So you might come out of a season and then you might only be in your home kingdom for maybe a few days, maybe a week tops. And then you're going to be into a new division while it's doing that. And then you'll be again against 4 other kingdoms or 3 other kingdoms. And then, you know, you'll be playing the next season alongside the new kingdom you migrated to. So hope that explains the migration rules as well as the example and how I believe it's going to look out. We aren't finished there though. If you've enjoyed the video so far, smash a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. My name is MrSneakyy, here giving you guys official Call of Dragons content every single day. But you can see on here now, for me, my migration start date does start tomorrow within 8 hours from now. So we can migrate the account, which we're going to do in 8 hours time, and obviously showcase what that looks like for you. But what you can also do is hit the preview. So when you hit the preview right now, you can see my current server is server 4 in Echo Valley. We are currently crowded, same as server 2 being currently crowded. But you've got other servers which is normal and active. So normal must mean pretty empty, which is normal activity, and then active just means you've got some maybe normal lower ranking players, you know, that are still playing in these servers, but they're not, you know, competing really heavily compared to the other server 2 and server 4, right? So that's how we can imagine it right now. So this is the current population of the migration. So when you're an alliance, and so like I say, like TA, we have to decide as an alliance where we're going to migrate, and obviously when we migrate there, obviously the population is going to start increasing as more members get in. So it might shut out, you know, potentially all the members from getting in, who knows. So that is going to be one of the things we're going to be testing on the channel, and I'm obviously going to be recording it and showcasing it for you guys in the near future. So I hope you've enjoyed it. That is the new migration rules, as well as my thoughts on it, as well as the hints and the preview all set out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Nice informational guide on the migration update that is coming to Call of Dragons. So if you've enjoyed the video, smash like, comment and subscribe, guys. Again, I am an official Call of Dragons content creator here, giving you guys daily videos on updates, as well as heroes and behemoth guides, and also the open field shoutcasting commentary that you love every single day when I do it on the live streams. I know you guys enjoy it, and thank you for all the positive comments when you're in there. It's a massive shout out for all the fans. Honestly, we are growing almost to 2K, so it's a great achievement for the channel to see. So thank you for all that, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. But until the next one, stay safe, stay sneaky, peace out.